So here's a quick update. We worked hard today, Saturday, worked all day. And we're kind of in that stage where it's hard to tell that we got a lot done. But last time we were here, remember I showed you the video about these two windows and the siding wasn't done all the way up the top. So I'm happy to report we've got the siding done all the way up to the top. Let me go show you. So this is up under the eave. You can see what we do is we take this one long board that stops right about there, and then another long board that starts right there, goes to the end. And we notch out every one of those 2x6s, and we slide that board all the way up to the 10. There's probably a 1/4 of an inch gap between that wood and the 10. And there's a 2x4 we put in behind it as a backer board, and it'll get closed cell insulation sprayed in behind it to close it up airtight. I also wanted to give y'all an update on these two windows right here. You remember I told you I didn't really like them. Thought they were too small for the wall, and I still do. So I am considering a couple of things, but one of them, some of y'all suggested, and Hannah really liked, and I liked too, and that was to use the space in between the windows to highlight a tree or a big tall plant, or I think somebody said a lemon tree, you know, some big ornate tree or bush right there. And I thought that was a good idea to help you better understand, so that the space in between the two windows, that's where the bed goes. That's a window on each side of the bed. That's why it looks like that. We built that from the inside, not the outside, if that makes sense. And what I'm super excited about that we got done today was this wall over here. So you remember last time I was filming over here, we didn't have any of this siding done at all. This was the last wall that had to be done. Well, now not only do we have it all done, I still have to cut out the bottom of this window. And maybe the top too, it looks like. But we also got all the really detailed work that goes on up there. We notched out each one of those. Got them snug and fit. So something else I did this week, or this weekend, well, I guess part of both. I come out here sometimes and work in the afternoons. When originally we built the walls up 11 feet tall, and right there where you can see that white trim, that's really that house wrap. That's where the walls stopped. So then the roofer came in, and we built this second story on top of those big beams, remember? And we built the roof. And so we had these triangles here that didn't have anything in them. And so we came back over the last few days, and we framed up those two triangles right there. So now this whole wall's ready to finish out with siding. And so I might work on that a little bit tomorrow afternoon. It's hard to do by myself. We'll see. So one of the things that I've did today, that screw right there is 12 inches long. It's got this big old fat head on the end of it. So I put 2 right here and 2 right here. And I went all the way down this beam and screwed them from the top and from the bottom. And then I put 2 right here and 2 right here. And that was just to add a little bit more structural integrity to those beams. They were just sitting up there. There was nothing, they were not secured at all to the structure. Just the weight of everything was holding them. And then the roof tied everything together. But with those big 12-inch screws, now there's a little bit more structural integrity. So now if we're talking about the outside, as far as siding goes, I still have to do this right here. Just that's about 3 feet up there. I can do that with one other person in a half a day or less, probably 2 or 3 hours. And if we come around here, this wall is completely done. Obviously, except for the windows, right? This wall is completely done. You'll notice we notched out here too. Every one of them's notched out to fit. This wall, the bathroom wall, is completely done. I still have one more knee wall up there to build. And that's the last piece of siding that has to be done. So that little bit on the front porch and this little bit right here, I can do all that in one day for sure. And so who knows, I may get spunky and come out here tomorrow afternoon, because I believe I could do this stuff right here by myself because it's short enough. I probably will come out here tomorrow afternoon and build that knee wall by myself. It's coming along.